I'm looking in my fridge, and what do I see? Only one beer. I'm going to Walmart. Let's go. Here's another video from Gweilo 60. I live about a block and a half from Walmart, so let's go over to Walmart and check it out. Because it's such a short distance to Walmart, I usually walk, but today I went to the gym and I did leg day, so my legs are a little pooched. So I'm going to take Sam. This is Sam's cage. We bought this last year. A lady was moving out, so we bought her storage shed. And this is where we keep Sam. And charging it up with a 60-volt charger. Yes, that's how it works here. And here we are, literally 5 minutes later. Sam's parked in his spot with all the other e-bikes. And there's e-bikes, as you can see, everywhere. And this lady over here, she watches my bike for me. Walmart is in a complex of apartment buildings. As you can see, Walmart, the notorious Walmart that all of the Westerners need and love for lots of things. This is one of my favorite sections of Walmart. It sells wines and beers and whiskeys and vodkas and rums and stuff from all over the world, and it's actually pretty cheap. Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's advertised at 5 RMB for a tall boy, but actually they're only 4.80. So they say they're 5, but they're only 4.80. And then you can see you've got lots of German beers, and you've got some Belgian beers. You got Guinness, you know, and you've got Budweiser and the notorious Tsingtao Pijiu. Tsingtao Pijiu. I've bought beer in bottles here, but mostly skunky, so I go for the cans. Yes, I do. Okay, here's cockle shells. 2 RMB a pound, or 500 grams. And frozen fish, lots of stuff. And you know, it's fairly inexpensive. These little puppies are $9.80 or $9.90 a pound for fish, which is pretty good. Frozen chicken feet for $12.90 for 500 grams. $12.90 for 500 grams. And you get chicken breasts that are $9.50 for 500 grams. Why are chicken breasts worth less than chicken feet in China? I don't get it. Oh, and then chicken wings are $24.80 for 500 grams. Amazing. That's squid. Squid for $35.80 for 500 grams of squid. And this is how they sell the meat in Walmart. And there's lots of different kinds of meat. And you put it in a bag, and then you give it to this guy here. He weighs it, puts a tag on it for how much it is, and voila, fatty pork is $16.80 for 500 grams. And it's, well, I guess if you're making bacon, it would be good, eh? And they've got pork, 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 pork. We're not quite sure what that is. I don't want to know. You got beef here, not water buffalo, but real beef, which at Walmart, which is pretty good. And your dried fishes, yes, 48 RMB for 500 grams of that dried fish. Oh, for all of it, I guess is no, but you've got, yes, the smell here is a little bit, it's stinky. Yes, Walmart sells live fish. All different types of live fish. Just like the wet market, only it's way more expensive than the wet market. It's just about triple the price. Same thing, selling squid, octopus, fish on ice. Yes, fish heads, yes, and more fish. Look at the size. Look at the size of those shrimp. Just keep an eye on my finger here. So that's how big that shrimp is. That's huge. And they got clams and all of the good stuff. Walmart also sells cooked food, chicken with batter, and it may look good, but I've tried it. It's not that good. But it is cheap, you know. Actually, if you're looking at the prices there, it's really cheap for chicken. And there's a duck, barbecued duck, a baby duck, mind you, for $19.80, which is about, I don't know, under $4 Canadian. All of this stuff here looks pretty darn good. $13.80 for a little barbecued chicken. Barbecued duck, Beijing style barbecued duck. So what they do is they cut it for you. They cut it for you, and you get a wrap with sauce for 4 RMB, so less than $1. And then you get the barbecued duck for $18.80, which is just over $3. And you've got Peking duck, which is really good. Fruit, pomelos, $3.98. So about 4 RMB for 500 grams of pomelo. Each one of these puppies would probably be a pound or pound and a half. Some of them maybe 2 pounds. So still pretty cheap for pomelos. Behind me is the fruit and vegetable section of Walmart, which isn't very big because they're competing with the wet markets, the really fresh stuff. So they can't really compete on that level. But on the other side is soy sauce and oils, a whole section of oil. Like in China, everything is cooked in oil, and it's big business here. Look at all the different kinds of oil that you can buy at Walmart, and it's all dirt cheap. Walmart buys things in bulk, so they can undercut everybody. So if you're looking for oil, Walmart is a place to go. And just think the selection of oyster sauces and soy sauces. Nothing better than this selection of soy sauce at Walmart in Nanning. One of the 3 Walmarts in Nanning that I know of. One thing about Walmart is that it's like a big Chinese grocery store in the West. If you've ever gone to a grocery store, a Chinese grocery store in the West, with all of the canned fish, dried mushrooms to dried prunes and plums to just, you know, the nuts, the dried fish, everything is packaged and sold in, even seaweed and stuff, you know. The mystery meat section, we're not quite sure what this mystery meat is, but I've never tried it, and I probably won't, but it's like the largest Chinese grocery store for processed groceries, Chinese groceries in the world is a Walmart in China. And it's just one product after another, you know, like stuff for little kids and crackers and cookies, chicken thins, pot pan, not quite sure what that is. Here's one thing that you can never get over in China. They only have instant coffee in Walmart. There's no ground coffee in this place. I'm gonna walk down the coffee aisle. They do have Coffee Mate. Oh yes, they do. Coffee Mate. And then, oh, they've got Rich Roast and Premium Nescafe. All of the good, no, they're not. They're instant coffees. They've got Coffee Mix and Old Town White Coffee. It's all instant coffee. To find ground coffee in China, you have to find a specialty store to get that. It's sad. But when you get into the tea section, you can get any type of tea you want, from green tea, Lipton's tea, to you name it. It's all here. The tea section is huge. And then we get over to the Western section. Here, you've got honey, you've got more honey, and then you got some jams and some carnation condensed milk, some peanut butter, some ketchup, and a couple of salad dressings, and that's your Western section for Walmart. That sucks, eh? The notorious baijos of China for 88 and 99. Those are pretty expensive, baijiu for China. What baijiu is, it's a rice wine, what they call it, but really what it is it's moonshine. I've tasted it. I've never tasted one that doesn't taste like moonshine. And yes, we used to make moonshine when we were younger, and it's no different than moonshine. Actually, I can make better moonshine than their high quality baijiu here in China. But the bottles are pretty, eh? Like, look at this one here. That's a pretty bottle of baijiu for $99.80, so just about $20 for a bottle of Maotai baijiu. And then you get your cheap baijiu for $12.40 for some really gross stuff. But it is, I think, 42% alcohol. So yeah, it'll get you drunk. You know, the rest of the Walmart store, as far as toys and batteries and clothing and pillows and whatever, is pretty well the same as the West. There are some things that are different, but not much. I was in here the other day, the kid had all of these toys on the bottom shelf, off the shelf, opened up, and was playing with them. Only in Walmart in China, some Walmart employee had to put it all back together again. So as you can see, the employees at Walmart don't care if you come in here and tape and do whatever you want. And it's like that all over China. So I guess that wraps up another video from Gweilo 60. If you like it, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and if you see me on Facebook, share that one. Thank you. Till next time. Now that looks much better. Oh, and there was one that was in there from before. Yes, a trip to Walmart was worth it.